Hey everyone, welcome to the Married to the Market podcast. I'm Camry Stoffel, wife, mom of 3, salon owner, and full-time realtor with Town and Country Realtors.
And I am Chance Stoffel, husband, father, and mortgage lender with Motto Mortgage Preferred Partners. We are married to each other and we are kind of married to the market too.
Before we dive in, a quick disclaimer. This podcast is for content and educational purposes only. We're sharing stories, insights, and opinions from our experiences in the industry.
We also want to disclose that Town and Country Realtors and Motto Mortgage Preferred Partners are partnered companies. And yes, we're legally married, just keeping everything transparent so we can stay compliant.
This podcast is where we get real about marriage, parenting, and real estate. The messy, exciting, sometimes overwhelming, but always meaningful parts of life. If you're building a home, a family, or a future, you're in the right place. Welcome back to another episode of Married to the Market. I'm Camry Stoffel.
I'm Chance Stoffel.
And today we are on episode 14.
That's a lot.
I know, isn't that crazy?
That's awesome. Yeah, we've missed a couple weeks, but
You're in there.
14, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So our topic for the day is home for the holidays. It is November 5th today. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm in the Christmas spirit. And you?
I'm kind of feeling like a pilgrim. I think we need to celebrate Thanksgiving first, but
So that's the question. Is Thanksgiving a holiday or is it a season? And I'm kind of torn. And I'm only torn because you are not on the same side as I am. So I would be up for decorating for Christmas now, but I also want to walk outside and see the fall foliage.
yeah. We also celebrate like your birthday the whole month, so you're more of a season person and not a holiday. So
That's true.
I can
That's pretty-
see, yeah. I'm good with whatever.
Are you though?
Yeah, because I also don't like turkey on Thanksgiving, so
We're more of a ham.
I'm more of like a ham Christmas kind of guy.
Ham is for Christmas.
Yeah. So did I ever like
Do we even like Thanksgiving? I'll tell you what, I'm not a fan of pumpkin pie. I know you are.
everything
mostly-
pumpkin.
You're mostly obsessed with like pumpkin rolls.
Yeah, pumpkin rolls. I love everything sweet.
That's true. That's fair.
Red velvet rolls, pumpkin rolls.
I'm more of like a pumpkin iced coffee, but I've had so many that I'm kind of boycotting them.
Really, I could go for a pumpkin cold brew from Sweet Foam, and
From Chapman's.
yeah,
I can always do their pumpkin. But I had like the Starbucks hot pumpkin latte and wasn't it for me. So we are going to be talking a little bit more about home buying in the winter and through the holidays and kind of like our holiday experience too. But rolling into like family and traditions for the holidays.
yeah.
What are some traditions that we have as a family and maybe some new ones that we're wanting to incorporate?
Yeah, I think definitely with having a young family before it looked so different.
Yeah.
So now maybe more so family traditions at the house and doing things together as a family and not running around so much with all the different holidays, trying to prioritize our family and ourselves.
Right. Because like the most important piece is the peace in your house. You don't want it to be chaotic for the holidays. And I feel like that's what everyone kind of talks about is like holidays are just so stressful and so fast paced and moving around. And like, I don't like that. I just want it to be like slow and warm and welcoming. So we've changed a little bit of our traditions, obviously, since having kids. We didn't have kids at first. So we would go to our families for different holidays. And
What was the one year Christmas Eve? We went to the movies. What did we watch?
it was the worst Christmas I've ever
it
had
was
in
the
my
best.
life.
It was the best.
No, it was awful. It was awful. I don't know if we were married. We were married. And our friends had came over. I was having a Christmas party. Everyone was in pajamas. And I was like, made everyone dinner. I was like, it was awesome. I had like games picked out. We watched, I think, a movie. And I think I was the only girl. It was,
Yeah, probably the girl.
and you guys wanted to go to the movie theater. Half of them wanted to go to the movies because that was their tradition. So they would want to go to the movies and watch a certain movie. And the other two wanted to go to a bar. And I was like, I don't want to go to a bar on Christmas Eve. That does not sound fun. They're like, we'll go to the movies. So we wore our pajamas to the movies and we watched the movie. And then afterwards, the guys were like, you should really come over to the bar. So we stopped over at the bar and I was very stern. Like, we have to get back in time to like, I wanted to bake cookies for Santa. Like, that's a tradition. Like, you have to bake cookies. And I was like, we have to go home and bake cookies. And I had a recipe. This is a funny one. I have a recipe on the fridge of sugar cookies with like the kiss on top because Chance is obsessed with them and that's what he wanted. And that's what we were supposed to bake. But instead, we go to the bar and the boys dragged me out there in my pajamas
We were all wearing pajamas.
until 2 a.m. 2 o'clock in the morning. It was Christmas before we left.
Yeah.
It was
That's me.
awful. I was so mad. And so we got home. The next day, Chance was like, it's Christmas. And I was like, I am not making your cookies. And I boycotted making those cookies for an entire year because I was mad at you.
So be it.
So be it.
I think my favorite thing there was we played a card roulette, and we all put our credit cards in a hat. We drawn a card, and that's who paid for that round of drinks.
Irish car bombs the entire night.
Oh no, 13 of them, I think.
13 Irish car bombs, guys. It wasn't even a festive drink.
I'm Irish.
We have redheaded children. It counts.
Yeah.
So yeah, that Christmas I was not. I'm all about tradition. I love just like home, family time, all that activities that didn't fit into it. So I was out of it, but that's fine. Now our traditions look different. One actually really cool thing that we are doing now with our children, or we're starting it early, is we didn't want to give them an abundance of gifts and presents for Christmas. I kind of grew up having that and it was awesome, but it also kind of made me not appreciate the gifts that I was getting because at that point it just seemed like a number and it's just like open as fast as you can. It just didn't, we didn't want to do it. So the 5 gift rule, and it's something they want, something they need, something they read, something they can wear and share. And we are wanting to do that for each of the children for Christmas. So they'll each get 5 gifts and then they'll get their stocking. And that way, so it's not like a competition, and they can still make their Christmas list and I'll do those 5 categories and they can list what they want in those things. That's a tradition that we're trying to do.
Yeah. Trying to get our grandparents to do the same, but they love indulging in gift giving. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm more of like an experienced person, and you are too.
oh yeah.
Give the gift of experience. It's just something. I love the quality time opposed to just like a gift that they're gonna like for 2 seconds and then toss aside and never look at again.
I agree.
But
Yeah, shit. Our kids just like water bottles and cardboard boxes right now. So
more than what's inside of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
just give them what they want.
Even like Thanksgiving tradition though, it's really just like gathering and having meals together. We don't really have too many traditions set for Thanksgiving yet, but
I mean, what traditions are there?
I think it's just gathering with your family and having a meal and I guess, being
Well, turkey trots.
Yeah.
Playing football in the yard, backyard football is a big one for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. We talked about doing a turkey trot this year.
We did.
It's like
Yeah.
1 mile, like little turkey trot.
Turkey walk fast food.
Turkey walk. Yeah.
But yeah, we need to, I want to start setting those traditions now that our kids are really young. So we're like, we want to set those stones now so we have them when they're older. But
You talked about having like a whole week leading up to Christmas. That way, like whenever they're in college, they want to come back and spend the week with us. And
yeah,
when they're older and their families come, they can.
I don't want it to be a question of like, oh, like we're just going to mom and dad's for Christmas. Like I want to be like, oh, like our whole life we had an entire week of festivities. Like we have to go. And like I got that idea because when you watch a Christmas movie and families gather, they gather for days. They don't gather for like just that one day and then leave. So like I really want our kids to like come and stay for an entire week. And like on Mondays we go ice skating and Tuesdays we make cookies and just something that's set every single year that doesn't change. And I don't want like if they were I don't want them to like miss out on that deep tradition. Like I just want them to know like the core values, family and just togetherness. So
I agree.
kind of like diving into real estate, winter buying advantage. So You kind of see like in the spring, like the market's pretty hot. A lot of people are selling, a lot more people are buying, and it's super active. But in the winter, things do seem to slow down, but it doesn't have to slow down for everybody because it could be a huge advantage for buyers. Sellers might be a little bit more motivated to sell, and they might be a little bit quicker at closing too with like less transactions happening. Vendors might be able to get you in a little bit faster.
Yeah, maybe a little bit faster. A lot of lenders or wholesalers' turn times depend on volume, and sometimes it varies from like 48 to 24 hours. So with less transactions, they'll be able to get to your file quicker.
Yeah.
So potentially clear conditions quicker. But another thing for agents, a lot of people are under the impression that homes don't sell during the wintertime. So agents take off and, go on vacation, go to Florida, come back a couple months later. But some,
Snowbird.
yeah, snowbird. Some agents thrive, during that time because other people aren't, working. So,
Yeah, I think it's hard. Some people think in their head like, oh, houses aren't as pretty in the winter because of the gardens and the green grass and the plants flowing in the spring or the summer. But I don't know. I just think like a home with like the snow. If you were a seller and you're staging your home, put your Christmas tree up.
mhm.
Do like some cute Christmas lights and don't make it overflowing that they can't step through the room, but just enough to like get home and cozy so they can actually envision themselves there. And I feel like it would make it more, I don't know, if I showed a house that had nothing, it was vacant, and then I showed a home that had Christmas up, I think it would make the buyer like put themselves in that situation and it would almost sell the house faster.
Yeah, I think so too. Even thinking in my head there, like if you're selling a home during the winter time, like maybe to sell the vision with their family being there,
Mm.
be even kind of creative and funny if like you had like a snowmaking station for the kids to do while the parents were looking at the house or
Yeah.
something, just kind of make the kids fall in love and then
Mhm.
they rave about how much they want the house and the parents.
There is some sellers that like I've walked through houses. Like I've probably walked through around 300 houses this year. And one house, this entire time, I was showing it, and we walked in, and the woman had just baked cookies, and she left them out, and she put them on a plate, and she left us a note that was like, "Please grab a cookie." She put waters out there for us. It was so sweet.
Hmm.
And that house went, gosh, it got scooped up within a day. Like we were lucky to even get in there, but I remember that being so huge. And I was like, you know what? Like, that is the best advice to give your seller. Like, make it homey and like leave a treat for them. Leave a little note in there. Yeah, like you said, like leave a little craft, um, something for the kids to do so they're not just like rounding through all the house. But I love that. And then another one too was as an agent for listings, I want to start gifting the wall outlet, like the Scentsies.
Since he's, yeah,
And then per season, like, do different scents. So, like, if it's the holidays, like, I'll do, like, Christmas scented ones, and, like, that way the whole house smells like Christmas or
I forget the
pumpkin.
study, but like if the house smells good, like you're more inclined to
Yeah.
like the house just based on the smell.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
it
I mean,
definitely
that's the first thing people say is, like,
right.
"Hey, what kinda stinks in here?" I also heard something this is different for buying, but it might be for buying, was, like, if you smell oranges,
Mm,
it makes you want to buy stuff.
really.
And I was like, "That's interesting." Like, for stores, I mean, I went to one store that it actually smelled like oranges, and it hit me after that. I was like, "Oh, like, I've read about that before."
So maybe like have a perfume that smells like oranges and people want
Maybe.
to buy.
You pay someone just to walk around
Yeah.
spraying. If someone's in, you're like, "Oh, need help?" I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, that's a huge thing. I've walked in plenty of houses that would have been perfect for them, but the smell was a deal breaker.
Really.
Yeah. 'Cause you don't know how, like, in depth that smell is, like, is it in the floors? Is it in the walls? Like, do I need to scrub everything? I could see as a buyer, I'd be scared too. I don't wanna have a stinky house. Right?
Nothing a little paint can't fix a new carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the trick to put essential oils in your paint?
Yeah. Or colleague of yours said to put a bag of charcoal in the house and it would absorb the smells.
As a listing agent,
Yeah.
yeah, to, like, hang it somewhere.
Put it in a closet somewhere. They
Yeah.
have charcoal like things that you can hang in your closet to kind of mask the smell of, clothes or in your car, but a whole bag of charcoal in your house.
It absorbs all the smell. I haven't tried that yet. I'd
Yeah.
like to try that. That's a good idea. So Another one, I guess we just had some I had some closings last week. Chance had a closing today.
I did.
Very exciting. And then you have how many more this week?
Maybe 3.
3 more
Yep.
this week? That's awesome. And you've had some CTCs that went out today?
Yep. For those closings. So one will be 2 on Friday and hopefully one tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Oh, that's exciting. Congratulations. We had a buyer close last week together,
Yes.
and I don't know, it was a family, they were buying their first house, and they have a little girl, and it was just such a sweet moment, but, uh, I wrote them a handwritten letter,
Mm.
and I was just, like, mentioning, like, the holidays, and I was like, I don't know, I was just envisioning, like, them having their first holiday in their house, and it just made me so excited because I know their little girl's gonna be so excited and all the things, but it kinda reminded me on our first house, we moved in December.
Hmm.
It was, like,
Yes.
December 3rd. The couches didn't get delivered yet, and our kitchen table was there, but the chairs weren't there.
You put the chairs together with my sister.
I did.
Yeah.
And then I don't think our TV stand was there either, so all we had was
A TV.
a TV on the floor, and I remember we ate our cereal on the floor
Hmm.
in the living room, and the Christmas tree was up. So, like, we were barely moved in, but the Christmas tree was moved in and installed because we were moving in at Christmas.
We're both moving out of our parents' house into our house. We didn't own much more than what we actually thought owned because we got like a 24-foot U-Haul,
Oh, yeah.
and that was interesting. So, but during the winter months, I mean, you got to account for snow and I mean, just weather. And what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, everything, right? I mean, it's holidays, so it was kinda nice when we did move in, like, before unpacking anything, you almost just put the Christmas tree up just to kinda make it home and cozy.
That's true. As you unpack, you can just decorate for the holiday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was one thing, like, when we moved to our house now, when packing, we would just, like, bring it in and instantly put it in its own place.
We would label our boxes whenever we pack things up, like kitchen, bedroom, bathroom.
But instead of just stacking up the boxes, it was
Mhm.
like the box went in and it unpacked, and then we brought another box in, it unpacked,
Yeah.
and that was helpful.
It made it easier for like people helping us pack. Like we would go through, label our stuff, and then they could just obviously like, hey, here's a kitchen box, and then we
Mhm.
take it to the kitchen.
Even I mean, just moving in the winter, so that's a whole 'nother thing. I mean, it is colder, it's icy, snowy possibly, so just kinda got a little bit more careful. I mean, even with, like, moving luckily, I mean, removing food from the fridge, I remember we had to, like, put food in the fridge or in coolers
Mhm.
to move to our new house. In the winter, we didn't have to do that, just stick it in the bag and
Yeah,
let it be cold until you get there.
yeah. We at that time we had bought like our new house. We had a half a cow that we
Yeah.
put in coolers and a deep freezer and kept the lid closed. Moved there, hurry up and got it there, plugged it in if it was warm out.
Yeah, so that'd be like a little winter advantage. You don't have to
Mhm.
worry about that, but, all the things. I mean, moving in general can be chaotic, but it is nice in the holidays when you can make it a little more special, just like diving into the holiday and putting up decorations and not just normal decorations, but like holiday decorations and maybe turning on like a cute little like home alone movie or
Yeah.
something to kind of like get you in the spirit of like making the house your home quickly and just I don't know. I think it's special to just at this time right now of buying a house and moving in before Christmas, just the home aspect of things just being like everyone's forefront just makes the process a little bit better, I think.
Yeah. I think we could both agree though, like moving during the wintertime is not ideal.
No,
It is
it's
an
not.
option, but
It is definitely an option, but I think there's little things like that that just makes it feel better,
yeah.
you know? Because I feel like, winter can be like cold and depressing sometimes. So it is nice when we have like these family oriented, cozy holidays that just gives you something to look forward to.
Maybe hosting your first like Christmas party at your house, or
Yeah. Or even Thanksgiving if
if you
you're,
have young children, like making a snowman at your own house or
yeah,
something like that.
just like those first little memories.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. We moved in right in December and it was just like cozy and warm and like we had the cottagey home already. So it was just, I don't know. I love that like welcoming, homey feel. It was nice.
Did you fall off the back porch in the wintertime? Did you fall?
Probably.
So I remember putting these little like grip tape on the steps,
Oh,
and I think that was for you.
Yeah, that probably was for me.
Yeah,
I'm kind of surprised you don't have a railing on that back, the steps.
that definitely wouldn't pass like an FHA.
No, didn't you have an FHA?
Put me on the spot. I don't know.
The lender has no clue.
At the
What?
time, it did not
It
matter to me.
didn't matter. I don't think you did.
Was it a conventional?
I think you had a conventional loan.
Yeah,
We'll have to look. I'd be interested to see. It's interesting now to see what we know and to look back and to like what kind of buyers we were. We've never sold a house, so we wouldn't know like what kind of sellers we are. But like looking into like the funding that we had gotten and who we used and the terminology that we know now, parts went over our heads then, you know?
yeah.
So it is kind of nice for us to know a little bit more about it. But
Well, I know for me, I chose two, probably bad advice to give, but I chose two banks and I got their interest rates. And then I told the other bank that I really wanted to use that the bank across the street was giving a better rate and they matched it.
oh my goodness.
So I told a little fib, but they wanted a business.
And they got it.
Yeah. But
I love it. Was that for the Caddis house?
yeah,
Really? That's hilarious. And you were 23. This little devious thing.
yeah. I needed to win.
Yeah. You got it. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we refinanced the house too and captured the mortgage rates in like COVID times. I
Mhm.
think we got like maybe like a 3% or something.
Yeah.
So
Pretty happy about that. Pulled the equity out. Use that towards something else.
yeah. Yeah. We started your hair salon.
Yep. Open the hair salon with it.
I think that was a conventional loan. We used the cash out for the renovation.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was conventional. Interesting. It's so interesting to see. And I think the house we have now, maybe conventional. Yeah, I remember all the talk though about like points. What's points? And what's this mean? Why can't the interest rate be this?
I tell you, I got played on that one because I didn't know. They advertised the rate, and I was like, "What are all these points there?" And they're like, "Oh, that's what you're paying to get your rate down." Well, they advertised an attractive interest rate, but had me paying like $10,000 to buy down the rate. I was like, "Well, I'm not going to do that. Plus, we're not going to own the home long enough for me to have it worth paying down the
Mhm.
rates." Uh,
A lot of people do worry about the interest rate on things. And it is, it's not a fun topic because you're like, oh, you're buying a house now, but like, you're not going to be in this house forever. Move all the time. So, like, if you don't mind the monthly payment right now,
hmm
don't fight the interest rate because you're probably going to sell the house in the average of 7 years.
Yeah.
And then it's not going to matter anymore.
hmm
If you're comfortable paying the monthly payment, no, live in it while you can, sell it, get the equity, and get a really good down payment for the next house.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
the way I look at it. I mean, especially for us, we've owned three homes in 6 years, so we move every 2 years.
yeah.
Yeah, we have a track record.
We have a track record, and we've been in our house for 2.5 years. And Chance has been trying to talk about moving for an entire year now.
Well, I wanted to move like 6 months ago before I got a new job,
Yeah,
but now I can't buy a house for 2 years.
is it actually though?
What?
I don't know if it's actually that 2 years.
Yeah, I don't have steady employment W-2, so I'd have to go like bank statement loans or
Hmm.
something else.
Is there a loan that's for like 1099 employees though, opposed to being a W-2?
Well, bank statement loans or
Yeah,
profit and loss loans.
so there is option.
There's options, but you still have to have consistent income with that source of income.
Got you.
So I can't be first day on the job, 1099, get $100,000 paycheck, and you know what I mean. There's no consistency.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, especially in your first couple of years, being consistent every single month is
Yeah,
very.
commission based too. Like nobody knows how we're going to do it a year from now.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. You can find us on YouTube and Spotify, Married to the Market, and on Instagram and Facebook, Married to the Market. Follow us on socials. I am CamryStoffel.tcrealty,
I am Chance the lender.
and we will see you guys next week.